So I'm writing a song, Damage Control. Still figuring out the melody, but it goes something like rhythmically. Damage control. We need some damage control. My fallen heart is cracking from the lack of empathy of men I'm attracting. You're right, we're not compatible. Someone compatible with me would have emotional capacity to love. Then I wanted to go into damage control and how the vows are all played out to have and to hold. I didn't know how to, I'm still figuring out a way to make it blend in cohesively. Yeah. I got my ink. Damage control. Damage control. We need some damage control. My heart is cracking from the lack of empathy I'm attracting. You're right, we're not compatible. Someone compatible with me would have emotional capacity to love. Something like that. And then the next verse talks about personal growth. And personal growth, I've done my fair share of therapy, but still figuring it out. There's therapy that goes back to the empathy. Personal growth. I've done my fair share of therapy, I like that. Personal growth. I've done my fair share of therapy, I like that. Still, I don't know, it's just hard, and I do need damage control, because it's like you think our relationship's going well until you realize, hey, we've triggered each other, like whether it's something that your mom did or something that my dad did, or just being with another person, that like you're not going to find anyone who's just like you, who's going to have the exact same points of view, so you're gonna butt heads. But like if you find someone with similar values, that can be worked through, and that's what I try to think. But then when the person that you try to be a partner with, just keeps putting a fight or putting up defenses, it's just hard. What else can you do but walk away? And then you try to walk away, but it's like you're in this situation of like all or nothing, basically, where I've put in so much work and all the years have gone by. Like, I'm in my early 30s, but I was born with a birth defect, so like I wanted to start having kids at 28, and now I'm 31, approaching 32, and I'm just like surrounded by moms, and I mean, of course I still have that that door isn't closed. I'm not on menopause or whatever, but like my fears, and I felt like so confident at 28, that I wasn't in my 30s. I knew I was fertile, at least, like approaching the 30s. Like that's when it's like, oh, how fertile am I? How many eggs do I have left? But that's aside. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm dumping all of this on you, whoever's watching this, but that's the damage control that I was talking about, I guess, like the metaphorical. How can you control something? Like when your heart is breaking, but you're still holding on, and like you're ready to let go. You're ready, but you're stuck in circumstances that make it harder for you to, make it easier to settle into complacency, or being like, hey, I've done this, I can do more, Sorry. Don't apologize. I don't have to apologize. I didn't expect to cry on camera. I'm probably not gonna edit this out either, so yeah. Need some damage control. My heart is cracking from the lack of empathy of these men I'm attracting. It's kind of a mouthful. Guess I don't have to say the men. These men. Empathy I'm attracting. It reminds me of the Jhené Aiko song. I love you for the both of us, or I love me enough for the both of us. I'm so sorry but loving either of the partners, of the parties in the relationship, and loving them for them. But then I was also talking, or maybe I was listening to someone on YouTube, and they were mentioning, hey, a relationship, it's got to be balanced. Like there are days where you can't give the full 100, but like if you give 60, that person's got to give that much, or balance it out, 60-40, but 110, that's not going to, or that's not realistic, because you have daily lives that aren't just within yourselves. So like, for example, I had a really bad call the other day, and I was able to get lunch with a friend, and then recuperate, come back, and it was nice. But then it was funny because they had thought that I had left, because I typically take a 30-minute lunch. Excuse me, sorry if I'm gross, but this is me, this is Promise. Yeah. But, like, by the end of the day, I was better. But, like, had I gone home after that call directly, I would have been, like, so upset, and probably taken it out on whomever. Personal growth, though. I've done my fair share of therapy. And then I've even thought, hey, I'm in a really healthy relationship, which I was, but then he had Asperger's, high functioning autism, so he had creature comforts, and I accommodated for sure, but then the complacency had settled in, and even though he was doing well for himself and putting himself to work, it was like we weren't really doing anything fun, I guess, and I would want to go out, and then he'd let me go out, so I'd go mutually, or not mutual, but work friends, but platonic, and he was trusting of that, and until he wasn't, and until he shouldn't have been, because that's how I got myself in this relationship. I was like, wow, I like adventure and spontaneity, and I'm getting this. I mean, that guy's stable, but I'm just left. Well, it wasn't even a bad life, because he'd be coding in his basement, and then I'd go and hang out and watch trash reality TV with his mom, like Maury, Jerry Springer, and then his mom and his grandmother would have tickets to Judge Judy, so they would watch reruns of Judge Judy, and then record the episodes if they could see them. I thought that was cute. May his grandmother rest in peace. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a mistake I made, for sure. So it was me thinking, oh wait, I'm done with these cycles. But then I was like, wait a minute, this guy, he grounds me, but and he's like, what, he didn't even let me lift a finger when I had viral meningitis. I was like unstable, and I had to go to physical therapy for gaining my strength to walk again. But yeah, that guy, the guy I was with at the time, he was just like, oh, I'll do this, but he helped me, because he knew that he didn't want my muscles to atrophy, so he helped me with walking back and forth through the living room. That was my PE, physical education at home, because I lived on the second floor, and then I actually have Stanley at the time, but my mom picked him up because I couldn't take him on walks, because we lived in a one-bedroom apartment on a second floor, and I couldn't walk up and down stairs much. Oh, and then my car was repossessed. Oh yeah, that was a tough time. Mm-hmm. Wow. But I was selfish in the moment. I had moved back to California, gotten back into work, and met these people at work, started hanging out with them, and then someone was a musician, and I was like, hey, I'm a musician now. Or I think he looked me up and saw that on Facebook I posted videos, and so we hit it off, and we went to adventures like jazz bars and beach. not green on the other side, it's green where you water it. Damage control. Damage control. Damage control.